You are listening to the Daily Gospel Reflections with Sister Cloth. This podcast is brought to you by the Paulines Multimedia. It is our mission to bring the Word of God to all peoples through sounds and images, voices, and music. Come and join us as we share with you a thought a day. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 23, verses 13 to 22. Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You lock the kingdom of heaven before men. You do not enter yourselves, nor do you allow entrance to those trying to enter. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You traverse sea and land to make one convert, and when that happens, you make him a child of Gehenna twice as much as yourselves. Woe to you, blind guides, who say, if one swears by the temple, it means nothing, but if one swears by the gold of the temple, one is obliged. Blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that made the gold sacred? And you say, if one swears by the altar, it means nothing, but if one swears by the gift on the altar, one is obligated. You blind ones, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? One who swears by the altar swears by it and all that is upon it. One who swears by the temple swears by it and by him who dwells in it. One who swears by heaven swears by the throne of God and by him who is seated on it." Welcome back and have a great day. Today's a raw deal for the scribes and Pharisees. Jesus hurled the first three woes to them. He said, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, for you lock people out of the kingdom of heaven. You do not go in yourselves. When others go in, you stop them. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees! You cross sea and land to make a single convert, and make the new convert twice as much a child of hell as yourselves. Woe to you who say, whoever swears by the sanctuary is bound by nothing, but whoever swears by the gold of the sanctuary is bound by the oath." Jesus brazenly called the Pharisees and the scribes hypocrites and blind guides and fools. Reflecting on these reproachful words of Jesus, we cannot play innocent and take his words for granted because, in one way or another, Jesus directs these woes to us for self-questioning. Let's take the first woe. You shut up the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. With this, Jesus accused the scribes and the Pharisees of preventing others from knowing him by openly rejecting Jesus. And those who wish to listen to Jesus' teachings try to discourage. We too can dissuade other people from believing and living a good Christian life by our bad examples. The second woe says that while the scribes and Pharisees try to prevent people from approaching Jesus, they go to, everywhere with great zeal to make even a single convert, only to transform that person even worse than themselves. They inject false ideas into that person's mind. The scribes and the Pharisees make false interpretations of the law, creating confusion and wrong interpretations. We too can commit the same mistakes. We can convince a friend to join a religious organization, for example. Still, our distorted ideas about that organization's vision and mission might spoil that friend's good intentions. In the third woe, Jesus criticized the leaders' greed for material gain. They persuade people to swear by the temple's gold and make them pay. People are told not to swear by the altar but by the gift they have put there. Is this also directed to us? If we are in authority, are we using our power to exploit people experiencing poverty? Jesus does not spare church, or rather, Jesus does not spare the church from his woes. He rebukes her if she is over concerned with money matters at the expense of the mission. I want to end my reflection with this food for thought. In all you do, try being a wow and not a woe. Take that quotation from Anthony Leccione. Be with us again tomorrow as we share with you a thought a day. Meanwhile, you can follow us and listen to other Apple and Google podcasts on Spotify, produced by Paulines Multimedia. Have a good day.